Hey everybody! While all eyes are glued to the headlines about gold and silver, there's a different kind of king quietly staging a breakout. Today, we're going to dive into the story of King Copper's silent rise.
I mean, you've seen it, right? If you've glanced at any financial news lately, it's all you hear about. Gold is smashing records, silver is right behind it, and it feels like the entire market is just caught up in this precious metals frenzy.
But here's the thing. Whenever everyone is looking in one direction, you have to ask yourself, what's happening in the blind spot? What's the really big story that's being overlooked while the crowd is busy chasing what's already happened?
Well, here's the answer. Behind all that noise, a much more strategic and, probably more important global competition is heating up. We're talking about nations literally scrambling to lock down the resources that are going to power the next century. It is, for all intents and purposes, a critical minerals arms race.
So what does critical even mean? It's not just a buzzword. A mineral gets this label when it's absolutely essential for a country's economy or its national security. And its supply chain is fragile, it could be disrupted. That's exactly why the US government has now officially proposed adding copper to this list. This isn't just an industrial metal anymore, it's a strategic priority.
And that brings us right to the heart of the mystery we're exploring today. In a world that is absolutely desperate for more copper, how could a potentially massive discovery be hiding in plain sight?
Okay, so let's meet the protagonist of our story, a company called King Copper Discovery. While the rest of the market was distracted, they've been methodically and very quietly getting ready for this exact moment.
Their whole focus is on one key asset. It's their flagship project. It's called Colcamayo. And as they say in real estate, location, location, location. This thing is sitting right in the middle of Peru's southern copper belt, which is basically one of the richest, most productive copper zip codes on the entire planet.
And just check out the neighborhood. I mean, Colcamayo isn't just in a good area. It's literally surrounded by giants. We're talking about these massive multi-billion-ton mining operations. From a geological standpoint, that's like finding an empty plot of land for sale right between Beverly Hills and Bel Air. It's a huge clue that you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, so the address is world-class, but what's the actual evidence? Let's dig into the hard data from past drilling. Think of these as clues in a detective story, all pointing towards a much, much bigger price.
All right, here's Exhibit A. Previous companies, including some major players, poked some shallow holes on this property, and this is what they hit. Almost 240 meters of copper grading 2.4%. Now, for those of you who don't follow copper grades every day, let me just say, that is a spectacular company-making kind of number. It's a massive piece of evidence that something very, very real is down there.
And if you thought that was impressive, get this. Within that huge interval, there was this incredible, super high-grade zone over 31 meters, grading a jaw-dropping 14.8% copper. That's not just smoke. That is a roaring fire. It screams that there's an incredibly rich system at work here.
And here it is. This is the crucial plot twist. All of those fantastic results, they came from shallow drilling. The geological model, the theory, suggests that the real source, this massive, deep engine called a porphyry system that created all this mineralization, is sitting much, much deeper. And that prime target, it has never, not once, been tested with a drill hole.
So King Copper isn't just sitting around on this theory. They have a very specific game plan to go solve this mystery by doing what no one has done before, drilling deep.
And I love this methodical approach. They didn't just show up and start poking holes. No, they spent the last year re-examining over 24,000 meters of that old drill core. They added in modern geophysics. They got all their permits lined up. They've done all their homework. And now they're ready to put their theory to the test with a huge 15,000-meter deep drilling program.
And who's leading the charge on this? Well, the whole program is being headed up by Doug Kirwin. This is one of the most respected copper explorers on the planet, the co-discoverer of the legendary Oyu Tolgoi deposit. So when a world-class mine finder like him says he sees similarities between this project and other giant discoveries, well, that adds a massive layer of credibility.
Now let's just zoom back out for a second, because this whole story is happening at a time when the world's need for new copper has gone from important to absolutely critical. Just to make this real, take a look at this. A single new AI data center, and these are being built all over the world right now, needs more copper than 50,000 new homes. Think about that. This isn't some slow and steady increase in demand. It's a massive step change being driven by technology. So you've got this fundamental and, frankly, kind of scary imbalance. On one side, demand is just soaring from AI, from electric vehicles, from upgrading our power grids. And on the other side, supply is incredibly tight. Global inventories are near rock bottom, and it's harder and more expensive than ever to find and build new mines. That gap has to be filled by major new discoveries.
So this is it. This is the whole thesis for King Copper laid out nice and simple. You've got a massive geological system, and you know it's there because of proven, high-grade drill results. It's in a world-class neighborhood, the company is fully funded, they have a clear plan to drill the untested heart of the system, and it's all being led by a world-class exploration team.
You know, as those drills start turning later this year, the market's attention might just shift pretty quickly away from gold. And if King Copper hits what their team believes is waiting down there, the final question isn't going to be about why they were so quiet before, the question is going to be, how did everyone else miss it?